So Donald Trump is going down in flames in spectacular fashion. Spectacular fashion. I mean, it is a textbook narcissistic collapse. Definitely over the past couple weeks, Donald Trump has done some pretty incredibly horrible things. And it's caused a lot of people to finally start to publicly denounce him, jump off the MAGA train. A lot of Republicans are coming out against him, but even MAGA people are coming out against him. And I think for a lot of people, the last straw was the way that he disrespected the veterans in Arlington National Cemetery. And there was a line in the sand for a lot of people. But what I found the most interesting is that the last of the Mohicans, the last holdout on the MAGA train of being able to finally call out Trump for his narcissism, for his hatred, for his bigotry, for his fear mongering, for all the phobias that he is rallying up between people, amongst people, that the last holdout still in his corner is the evangelical Christian church. And I just think that that's so interesting and ironic that everyone can see the evil for what it is. And everyone's willing to admit that they were wrong, willing to admit that they fed the beast, willing to admit that their own desire for something different has bred a situation where we've allowed a narcissist to rise to power in a scary way, except for the evangelical Christian church. Still upholding him, still overlooking, still making excuses. It's so interesting because I feel like this is exactly what the church has needed, to call to the carpet some of the things that we've been sweeping under it for a long time. I grew up in a small town, so I'm very familiar with good God-fearing Klan. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I can be saved and racist at the same time. That's not new to me at all. But at some point, you're going to have to give an account for the deeds done in your body. You're going to have to say what you really believe. And listen to what the church is saying that they believe. This is how Christianity has gotten to where it is right now. This is why you have pastors leaving in droves, congregants exiting the church in masses. Because the church has been unwilling to confront the obvious things that we need to work on, and how the way that Christianity has manifested itself and warped is far from the heart of God. And even when you're just using the Bible as your only compass, to say that we have not followed it. We've added in our own interpretations. We've made our own stuff. And to say that it's passed down for thousands and thousands and thousands of years with human touches, with the way that language evolves and the way that the meaning of words changes and human interaction with it, that there's no possible way that any mistakes could have been made over the thousands of years with it. That the Bible is completely flawless and inerrant. Even if that is the case, we still have not even followed it. We're going to have to be honest with ourselves about where Christianity is right now at this point in time, and acknowledge our flaws and shortcomings, and how we have gotten to this mess where we have exalted a man like Donald Trump and allowed him to tear our churches apart. And the Christians are the only ones who aren't willing to admit that we've made a horrible mistake. Everybody else is willing to admit it. Everybody else is willing to admit defeat, except the Christians going to double down behind Donald Trump. Listen to what the church is saying. He who has an ear, let him hear.